Hook, cook, whip it all out. Don't be a fag and show me your cock. Come on. Now you're being a fag. Come on.
I forgot how many questionable words were in your
opening song
parody of Tears for Fears' Shout.
And now you're thinking that can't be the first 2 minutes of the podcast?
I think it'll be a fun experiment. That's what I think. I think we should make this an episode that we're okay with not monetizing. But we'll see. I'll do the standard thing where I lie to YouTube about the content of it and hope nobody checks. I mean, it's a big YouTube out there.
Yeah.
So what are they going to manually do everything? Although I'm sure they are scanning for those words in the first 30 seconds. But I've beaten the system before and I'll do it again.
Beating the system just like that guy beat his girlfriend on that video on Twitter Creep of the Week.
Hey. But that in a minute. We should hit this at the beginning because it's that time of year again. As we alluded to last week, the All Request Spectacular is coming back, and it's pissed.
Not only is it pissed, it's going to piss on you.
It's going to mark
drip,
you.
Drip.
Damn, now I just want to stop the podcast and watch Chappelle's Show in its entirety. Yeah. God damn. Didn't call the R. Kelly, just like commented on the R. Kelly thing in, 2004?
Yep.
Yeah. And now he's going to die in jail.
What does he do? Well, the girl's got to be holding up government-issued ID while her grandmother is there to identify her.
How come her grandmother, not her parents?
Well, I like my favorite part of it is when he said, yeah, and you can just see him like lining up the video, like, and then he starts laughing and he goes, that's not him. It's so funny. That's one of the best parts of it.
That is good. So, All Request. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for the first hour of the show, and then we'll get into the news. That seem fair? Okay. So, we're doing the All Request Spectacular. Number 3. Although I've been calling each episode of Request a number. So, I think this is
6,
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
I don't know.
Depending on how many movies you people give us.
Let's see if you people can push it to 15.
God. 8 episodes
of All Request. Anything now I'm marking it down and putting it in the company ledger. Anything less than that I will consider an abject fucking failure. Okay? Not screwing around anymore. All Request Spectacular. $20 or more. Let's be very clear. $20 is bitch money. You want us to get on, you want us to do the business, you want us to give you and your dumb movie the time and respect it deserves, send more. But if you can't, for whatever reason, you're on the dole, you're Bob Dole, whatever. R.I.P. We lost him. And his sweet, did the Dick
Vote
Pills?
for me. I'm Senator Bob Dole.
Did the Dick Pills kill him?
Yeah, Dick Pills got him.
Sad.
Took too many, was hard all the time, blood couldn't get the rest of his body, his brain.
He died doing what he loved, being hard.
Being hard. Being hard for his bitch of a wife.
Liz
Dole.
Les.
Maybe. Now that he's dead.
Now that he's dead.
Yeah. 85-year-old Les Dole.
Quite the second chapter. $20 or more per movie request. 2. PayPal.me/NotScottHansen. The link is in the YouTube description for literally every episode we put out, including this one, quite importantly. If you don't have a PayPal account, 1, get your life together. 2, there's a second link in the YouTube description for if you don't have a PayPal account, and you can send it sort of through PayPal, but just with a credit card or debit card. So, and third, if you don't have PayPal, a credit card, or a debit card, you're a baby. And this is a no babies All Request Spectacular. I know we allowed babies last time, and I feel like that was a mistake.
Well, it's because you wanted to be around your people.
I did, but
babies wanting babies. Babies having babies.
Baby recognizes baby.
Yeah. Don't forget, if you're going to do a request, please make sure that you're requesting a movie that's less than 2 hours long with about 7 or 8 minutes of leeway over.
Yeah, if the movie you absolutely have to have these two idiots on a podcast watch and talk about is 2 hours and 3 minutes, okay. But hey, if the movie you absolutely have to have us watch and talk about is like 74 minutes, fucking awesome.
There are a lot of hour 14-minute movies out there.
I love technically a feature length.
Yeah, I can think of one.
Rem Lazar.
Was the Logan Marshall Green directed Adopt a Highway that I suggested.
Oh, it was short, yeah.
It was like an hour and 19 minutes.
And it was great. It damned near made my top 10 and maybe would have in a weaker year because it was 2019. I think. And 2019 was,
2019,
was a strong year.
Something I just randomly heard about and then was like, all right, sure. Yeah. I like Ethan Hawke.
Who doesn't?
But yeah, find us some short movies to watch.
Yeah.
Find the Watershed Down. I think that's like an hour and 10 minutes. Also, if you're going to request a longer one, guess what? You're paying for it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If it's more.
Name it, bitch.
Drunk Chris Evans. If the movie you need us to watch is longer than the allotted 2 hours and the 5-minute grace period, then fine, but pay for 2. That's fair, right?
We are nothing if not fair.
Yes. I would describe us as tough but fair.
And don't forget that obviously this is a podcast where we talk about sex, love, and rock and roll, but also movies. And
in that order.
If you're gonna pick a movie, make sure it's, I don't know, interesting enough for us to do 20-ish minutes on.
Yeah.
Don't pick something that's a boring documentary that I want to fall asleep in.
Yeah, I know this is a tougher request from us to some of our less neurotypical listeners who have trouble figuring out what would be good content for other humans to talk about, having never interacted with other humans yourself,
having never looked at one directly in the eyes,
and having a minimal frame of reference. And I understand, and that's fine. Do your best is the most I could say. I know we're not gonna bat 1,000 with what we're asking of you, but if it makes a little difference and it causes one person to say, "Oh, this movie's bad," for people to talk about.
Oh, this doesn't have anything interesting,
better.
Unique, or funny in it, or stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, by all means, you can also just send us money and let us pick a movie, or
even better,
just send us money.
Just send us money. Yeah, those
we
options,
can do the all request without doing your movie.
Yeah, or without doing movies. If everyone just sent us money and said, "Hey, it's cool, guys.
Here's $20. Don't do a movie.
Here's $20. Okay. The end.
Done.
Here's
$100. Done.
Yeah." So that's how to do it. Did we cover everything? Are we clear? I guess I should give you a deadline. For the time being, let's call it December 5th. So you've got some time, but don't sleep on it. In fact, don't sleep. I don't want a single listener right now getting one goddamned wink until it's request time.
No sleep till Brooklyn, baby.
No sleep till Brooklyn, and Brooklyn is the all request spectacular. They will be done first come, first served. So
what if you can't come?
No come. Last served.
Boo.
Sorry. Again, rules are rules. So yeah, the earlier the OEO requests will be done the earliest.
Is your tongue too big for your mouth?
Yeah, but otherwise I'm totally normal.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
Also, everyone go watch the series Born This Way. It is I could not think of a television reality series program that better fits the bill of guilty pleasure.
Yep.
So yeah, so the earlier picks will be done earlier. If you do multiple movies, we'll probably spread your movies out. So we're not just doing all of Steve's movies on episode 1.
Yeah, Steve.
But yeah, earlier ones get done sooner. So that seems like some incentive. And I'm also tempted to say the higher tipping ones will also get done sooner.
Interesting.
I think we'll prioritize. I think we're gonna go full capitalist on this and prioritize the ones that give us more money.
If you're doing $20, you're gonna be on episode 6.
8.
Episode 8.
8.
And
Anything less than 8. I swear to God. Also, I hope we don't have to do 8.
yeah,
I'll just die.
We did 3 last time. 4.
At least 4.
Yeah, 4.
We did 2 the first time.
4 was a lot. 4 was so much we had to take a break in the middle.
It was, yeah. So we did, so the first one we did 2 split up with like over a month in between them because we were expecting to do one and got more and then had to then figure out a time to do the second one. And then the second round, which was in March, April this year, was 4, all of which had to be split into 2 parts and required a break after the third one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also because we're idiots who didn't start watching things
we
when
let it go for so long. People requested movies so early and we didn't watch them until so late.
I got so much time to watch all these movies and then we're recording in a week and I haven't watched half of them.
Trouble brewing. So we'll try not to do that, but also we still might. So you could get a fun Oops All News right in the middle, right smack dab in the middle of the All Request Spectacular. Maybe on Christmas Day, in fact.
But we're wrestling on Christmas Day.
That's true.
We're doing Jun Kasai's deathmatch
Freedom's
show.
Blood Xmas.
Blood Xmas.
It's a Sunday. We should do it.
What, Christmas Day?
Yeah, no. Christmas Day is a Sunday, so mark your calendars. When's Hanukkah? Did they just take all of December? Did they start with 8 days and then they're just like grabbing a few every year hoping nobody notices?
Gee, I wonder why.
I couldn't say why, but I'm pretty sure Hanukkah's at like 17 days now. And like, well, what do you mean? It's always been this many.
What about that?
Maybe 2 more days?
That Adam Sandler movie, 17 Crazy Nights.
That's the one, in fact.
Yeah.
I saw that at the theater. Your thoughts?
I've only seen half of it and I didn't like it.
It's bad. Let me be clear. It's bad.
Didn't like it at all.
I would love to know who agreed to see that with me.
Justin Alexander Chun Manchu.
I don't think so. I think he's too much of a Chinese anti-Semite.
Athlete Andrew Poole.
I don't know. Maybe. It was at Oak Ridge.
Shane Sweeney.
No. I couldn't tell you.
Daniel Fedak.
I couldn't. There's no way I saw that by myself. Even
Lucas
at
Funk.
The height of Adam Sandler fandom, which of course is the years 1994 to present, I don't think I would have seen 8 Crazy Nights by myself. But there's still time. Speaking of movies, classic segue. Good job, Scott. Hey, have you seen any like movies lately?
Scott, would I like to get?
Oh, what's that fucking old joke about? Oh, like a guy with a hair lip, like meets a woman with a fake eye, like across the bar, and then they converse a little bit, and they're into each other, and he's like, and then she's like, would you like to go on a date with me? And he's like, would I? And then that hurts her feelings. Then she goes, hair lip. It's a good joke. If I knew the whole thing, I'd tell it, but that's the gist. That's kind of what we do on the podcast. We don't say actual funny things. We just allude to other funny things. Yep. That's the vibe
like
here.
Pink dance parties that we never get to.
Yeah, we forgot to talk about the pink dance
Fuck it,
party
too late.
in They
That was
Them.
2 weeks ago.
Was that 2 weeks ago?
I don't know. It was a week ago.
It was at least a week ago. But I'll tell you what was also a week ago. VIF ending, and not and we definitely don't each have several more movies to see, because VIF, of course, ended on October 9th, and now it's I would reckon it's about October 13th today.
The day of our Lord, October 13th.
Yeah. So
I was going to ask you if you wanted to, if anyone out there listening, not necessarily just Scott,
Take off
but
our
if
shirts and go.
anybody out there wanted to get a little bit racist for a bit.
let me think. Let me check my calendar. Yes. I would like to get a little bit racist for a bit.
There has been...
It's been. You need to sit up.
I'm stretching.
Oh my God.
God, that felt good. Okay, so as anyone listening to this wonderful podcast, which of course is the worst year of our lives, frequently known as the news.
Oh yeah, welcome to the show.
Scott.
Hi, I'm Scott. You can catch me at Not Scott Henson on Twitter.
You can get me at Sarian Softpaws, or as a minor mistake I've made, sort of, my letterbox is actually at Drew Sarian, not Sarian Softpaws, just my name on it.
Yeah,
is
your
Sarian
username is Sarian Softpaws, but your at on Letterboxd is in fact Drew Sarian.
Yeah. So, a little peek behind the curtain, because that's not what my wrestling name is anymore. Anyways, anyone listening to this podcast in the greater North America and parts of South America,
So America.
the Americas.
Yeah.
Also, correct me if I'm incorrect, because I get a little confused because my brains are mush, because I've had, I don't know, 9 concussions.
I would love to correct you.
Is this the phrase, right, is the lower 48?
Yeah.
What's the other what's the other non-lower? Are they calling Hawaii not the lower 48? It's the lowest.
I see.
What's, like, Maine? Are they saying Alaska and Maine out, everybody else in?
Oh, okay. So the lower 48 is is the mainland United States minus Maine, plus Hawaii.
Well, because it's the lower.
In keeping
48.
with those are the lowest 48 states. Yeah. You know what? Great question.
Shouldn't it be like the connective 48 or
they'll say contiguous.
Yeah.
But they do also say the lower 48. So and
what's the other one?
I guess Maine's out, Hawaii's in.
Yeah.
I don't have a better answer than that.
Lobster out and meth in. Go with Christ, brah.
Brother.
Anyways, if you're listening to this on the main...
Brother, we in the lower 48, brother.
You're listening to this on the mainland Americas. You grew up on the unceded and stolen territories.
You caught that?
Yeah, well, they didn't start the...
No, they started yesterday.
I know.
Yeah.
When I saw one of them, the native movie, they literally just said stolen. They did not say
just
unceded. They just said loudly stolen.
Okay, so let's set the scene, everybody, because I bet some of you have gone to movies and not been yelled out about natives.
Every movie,
every single movie, even at film festivals.
Now listen, this is gonna get very playfully racist.
Yeah,
and we are just making observations of our lives as two mostly hetero cis white males who definitely don't have any serious, deep-seated, real feelings towards anyone of an indigenous nature.
No,
it's all for the comedy and not for the real things going on in our brains.
Yeah, no, and the key here is playful. So if you think we're going too hard, just know that as we're saying all of this, we are both skipping around the room, and you can never be that racist when you're skipping.
No,
right?
It cancels it out.
Yeah. So
that's
just
playful.
Make sure that's your mental image. This is playful. Now, here's why they gotta go. So the Vancouver International Film Festival is going on right now.
41st annual.
41st annual, in fact. And,
It's as old as Scott.
That's not true.
Pretty close.
Much.
Pretty close.
Much. It starts with an entire different number.
Uh-huh.
That
is only several years away.
Decades more than me.
Okay.
Also, let's keep on the table that I'm baby. All right?
No, we said this isn't for babies.
No, I'm the one baby.
I think you gotta leave.
I'm the boss baby.
No, I think you gotta leave. You said no babies.
You think I should leave?
I think you're out.
Well, we'll look into recasting for
no babies.
No babies. Babies are out. So yeah, so we're just like putting in time and trying to get through VIF, because in a few weeks we're heading just north of the Bronx in New York City to Yonkers for the Yonkers International Film Festival. YIF. Or barring that, we're just gonna have furry sex with each other, which will achieve the same effect. So VIF. Let's talk about it. So what they do at the beginning of every single movie is they do what is known as a land acknowledgement, because that's the world we live in.
It's not just VIF, though. It's any event that you go to anywhere in the greater Vancouver area.
Yeah, and we have to apologize to and thank the native peoples on whose land we're doing the cool thing, because they were doing so many cool things before us and we don't let them anymore. They had such culture. I mean, they've had language for over 50 years now. See, skipping. Remember?
That's why we're so out of breath, and not because we're both fat.
Remember the skipping. That is key to this whole segment. Without the skipping, it all falls apart.
The thing with the acknowledgement is that we have to show them that our deep gratefulness for allowing us to use the infrastructure that they definitely built before our ancestors were here.
Yeah, big building.
And they still know how to use.
They built so much in the 15,000 years they were here before anyone else came to this continent.
Yeah.
And we just tore down the entire infrastructure and started from scratch.
We destroyed their movie cinemas, and then we built our own.
They had some nice theaters. Yeah. They had the Majestic.
They had stadiums. They had everything.
They had a megaplex with 12 screens.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
All showing Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
All showing Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
500 years ago now.
500 years ago, yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So, every showing, they get up there, and they read off their tablets.
Oh, one more angry thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. You mean one more playfully racist thing?
Absolutely. I always love the thanking them for like working with us on this event. What do they do?
They are allowing us to have fun.
Oh, okay.
They're the fun police.
They're the goddamn fun police. I knew it. Okay, now we have a face to the name.
Yeah, and it's covered in paint.
Anyway, continue.
So at the beginning of every showing, they'll bring out a tablet, or as I saw last night, a folded up piece of paper. Yep. That where they say that we are acknowledging that we are on the unceded and stolen lands of.
So okay, and let's talk about the terminology, because it does vary. So they've been doing this for some years now.
Yeah, this is like the 4th or 5th, maybe.
I'd say at least the 5th.
Yeah,
and in earlier years, it was the adjectives they used to describe the land.
Well, I think it was just the ancestral lands.
Ancestral and traditional, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it went for a couple years to like traditional and unceded.
Yeah.
So like they didn't give it up.
Yeah.
Except,
well.
And
never gonna give it up, except for we totally did.
And then I guess it would have been 2019, because there hasn't been much live stuff the last 2 years. 2019, they started going hard. And it was the traditional or ancestral, that one is variable, and stolen lands. of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. We'll discuss that pronunciation later.
Do you think it was because they thought the world was ending and this was them shooting their shot?
Could be.
That they were like, fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
we've been sitting back and literally doing nothing for 200 years. Now's our chance to make them acknowledge that this isn't their land.
Let's go stolen.
Except for they literally have done nothing about it, and it's more of a like, hey, what if we work together because our infrastructure's falling apart and nobody has clean water?
Yeah. So, and then back this year, they eased off the gas a little bit and went back to whatever and unseated until yesterday, when Drew and I went to separate movies, and both went stolen, and that has not been the only mid-festival adjustment.
Yeah.
So they do the live spoken land acknowledgement. And when they started doing it 5, 6, whatever years ago, they would do that and then the movie would start.
Right.
What a time to be alive.
No, I feel like in 2019 we saw videos.
No, that's when they started doing land acknowledgement.
Gotcha.
It was just the land acknowledgement and then the fucking movie played.
Right.
And then as years went on, we had to up the ante. So after the land acknowledgement, now it's videos that are the same thing as, well, it's not the same thing as the land acknowledgement. Now it's videos of Native people telling us how gracious they are for letting us do a film festival. Drew looks very confused.
Oh, I was trying to... 2014. Maybe I saw it in 2016.
What?
No.
Are you okay?
Well, I definitely saw a movie at VIF.
Brag.
A big brag. That... Well, so I saw a documentary at VIF called Red Army, which was about...
Yes, I recall that.
Russian hockey players.
Did you see it with Dan?
I saw it with one Daniel Makabe.
Yes.
When I was friends with him. But it says that it's 2014, but I did not see it in 2014, so it must have been in the festival...
Probably 2015 or 16.
15 or 6, maybe even 16, because it was well after I was out of film school.
Okay.
Brag. So 2016, nice. I do not remember them doing land acknowledgements or videos.
Certainly not videos. I think they might have been doing land acknowledgements,
I don't
but
think
maybe not. Maybe 2017.
I think the movie just started and that was it.
What a beautiful time in our nation's history.
Yeah, I don't think it was. There was no acknowledgements. There was nothing.
Yeah. Canada. Red Army premiered in Canada October 5th, 2014 at the Vancouver International Film Festival.
Fuck, so I did see it in 2014.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. Somehow I saw it in 2014, I guess.
Limited release in January 2015.
No, but I saw it at VIF, so...
If it was VIF,
as far back as 2014, there was no...
So, 14, I would definitely think they weren't doing it. So
I've seen at least a few things every single year. Like, this was the first year where I was, like, going hard.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, definitely no land acknowledgements at all.
Yeah. So, so we do the land acknowledgement, and then we do the video, which is a Native person welcoming us and guilting us at the same time.
Guilt is only if you feel guilty.
Exactly.
Do I feel guilty? No.
Attempting to guilt us. And when these started, it was one video. Then last year, they started getting pretty big for their britches. Because I saw
2019, I think. Because when we went to see Maya, a beautiful movie, there was maybe it was technically one video, but it was much longer because it had it was the hefty they them. It was like singing.
It was one video, but it was multiple things.
Yeah, and it was like 6 or 7 minutes.
It was
long.
It was pushing 8 minutes. Because I think by like the 10th movie I saw, I was timing it.
Yeah,
I'm like this is going to be the goddamn death of me. So so last year they started getting pretty long with the video, and the first day or first 2 days of the festival.
It was when we went to see Something in the Dirt.
Okay, so that was the second day. I also saw it on the first day. So they were still doing it all on the second day?
All three.
Yeah.
At Something in the Dirt. And then by the next day.
So the first 2 days of the festival, they would show 3 almost identical, every video said the exact same thing.
The only difference was what you were actively seeing as far as the city, because they're showing the ocean, the forest, the whatever, and the only difference was the people that were talking.
Yeah, but they were all saying identical things. And then clearly after 2 days, someone said, "Look, this goes on for fucking ever. They say the same thing in each of the 3 videos. Play one video and mix it up every time."
And also, every movie is starting late.
And every movie is starting late because they can't get their
showing
shit
is
together.
at 9, it starts at 9:20.
Correct.
Because not only are they still seating people, but for most of these movies, it's a premiere or it's the only showing.
Yeah.
So then people are lined up outside waiting for overflow tickets, which of course then they do, and they bring them in and they let them sit up in the balconies. But it takes forever for everybody to get in. So now you're 20 minutes behind, and the land acknowledgement, and the video, and the commercial for fucking life insurance, or...
Shout out to Scotiabank Life Insurance.
So, by the time the movie starts, it's half an hour after showtime.
Yeah, which is great for you, because then it's a 2-hour movie, and then you have to get home and get up at 4:15 a.m.
Or it's almost a 3-hour movie, and I have to get up at 4 a.m., but I actually didn't feel too bad that day.
Wow, pretty good.
Yeah. It was the other day that I felt really bad.
Yeah. This will catch up with you by week's end, and you will die.
Well, Friday I'm seeing Klondike at 9:45, and I work at 5:30 the next morning, so that's going to be a real tough one.
Boy, oh boy. Klondike's really good, though.
And I can't call out because it's fucking Thanksgiving, so.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, it was Thanksgiving. Oh, and I didn't call out, and I was super tired.
Yeah, and how did you like Klondike?
Oh, Klondike was amazing.
Awesome. So,
yeah.
So that's that. And now that they're doing the rotation videos, I can't believe, I would love to be a fly on the wall for that discussion where they actually agreed to cut down the amount of videos by 2/3, because the amount of complaints they would have had to have in order to do that.
Yeah.
Because that is not going to be their natural inclination.
No.
Is to cut down the native videos.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be angry natives when that happens.
Scott, they prefer to be called abos.
Sorry, there's going to be some pissed off abos. Some right pissed abos.
Well, yeah, especially because the only ones that are there are the righteous fight the power, but also they've had every opportunity in their life and have a bunch of money ones.
Yeah.
Not the ones that we can almost see from your bedroom window.
Dangerously close.
Dangerously close. If they're listening right now, we're in big trouble.
100%. Yeah. I definitely got yelled at the post office by one of them. Not for anything. She was just in a yelling mood about racism. So,
and because you look like Hitler's wet dream.
Yeah.
Except for the beard, I guess. I don't think Nazis were big on beards.
They weren't totally anti-facial hair, though.
No.
They got cool mustaches.
Well, you can do it.
I could do a cool mustache.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
You know who else can
tall.
You know who else can do a cool mustache? Z-Ma next week.
Yep.
Spoiler.
Yep. So
in terms of the actual content of the videos and the Native Canadians speaking in their native language? Question mark?
Yeah.
How would you review that?
Anyone listening who went to high school, some of you might not have, some of you might be too dumb.
Too dumb for high school.
Too dumb for high school. So you learn a language, right? A second language as part of your education growing up, whether or not you actively learn that language and follow through with it, or whether it's a class that you skip and get like 13% in and then never do again.
That's a good mark. I wish I had gotten 13% in something.
But like, if you're not really that invested in it and you're only learning it
Because you have to.
Yeah, or just like, you're sounding out words and they're close enough to English that you can get through it. So you go up there to do a presentation and you're like, hola, me amo es Andrew Smith. Donde es la biblioteca? Like that level of understanding the second language.
And the
pronunciation
and the intonation and just like the cadence of it.
Yeah.
You're just taking the language because you have to take a language to do something, and you're thinking, I just get through this and then never think about it again. It's not like I'm only going to date Spanish women for the rest of my life.
Some of them were Portuguese. Bonjour.
The same difference. They just do S
Je
instead of
m'appelle
Z.
Andrew Smith. That's as far as I remember in French.
Como está?
Como está? I can remember manger means to eat.
Yep. What is to feed?
To feed?
Yeah.
I'm not a feeder.
Okay.
I'm not a grower either. A gainer. But we'll get to that.
Good.
Yeah, so one of the videos is a respectable, handsome, super smooth, suave, and comfortable being in front of the camera young gentleman.
He was terrified.
Who I believe his Aboriginal name is Quastikin
Now,
Swastika.
It almost sounds like Colossalton.
Could be Colossalton.
Which is a very cool name.
Maybe he's an X-Man. You don't know.
I think it's Cowassalton.
Cowassalton.
Yeah.
But his English name is Mac
Paul.
And so the first time we saw him,
Probably the first couple times.
the first time for sure when we saw him together is we couldn't stop noticing the fact that he was like, had his hands near his waist and he was like pulling down his shirt.
He's clearly very nervous and he's fidgeting with both hands at the bottom center of his shirt.
Yeah, which is very distracting.
Yeah, he needs a the fucking Tim
fidget
Robbins.
spinner.
No, he needs a TC Tugger.
Oh, TC Tugger. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be perfect for him.
No, they're not a joke shirt.
It's not a
It's
joke.
not a joke.
Yeah,
See, I was ruining all my shirts because I was pulling at them too much.
yeah.
So I got a TC Tugger. They're made for a heftier man.
Yeah. Also, he's not hefty. He's a small guy.
Yeah.
But Drew is insistent that he's a little person.
I thought he was an LP. For sure, I thought he was an LP.
Yeah.
Anyways, we watch it, and he's giving the whole
So
spiel.
he's doing his grade 11 Musqueam.
Well, yeah. That's the whole thing. Is that like this is his native language, but it sounds like he's phonetically reading it off cue cards
because
behind the camera because nobody speaks it that isn't like 65 years old.
Yeah.
Because there's a second video that is like two ladies who are like, I don't know, 50.
Yeah.
And then like a 75-year-old guy.
Yeah.
He talks and it sounds like it's the only language he knew how to speak.
It sounds like he actually knows that language.
And the other two, like one of them's name is Jen Thomas and the other one's name is like Hillary George.
Something George, because literally I don't know if that's a here thing or a North America wide thing. Every second native person's last name is George.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just the name that white people gave them.
Could be.
They're like, I don't know, George,
Thomas.
George. So
yeah, they're all just all their last names are just men's first names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very much like the the Thanksgiving episode of South Park where the guy comes and he's clearly like a ginger Jew and he's like, I'm the leader of my native community, and then he's like I'm 1/16 Cherokee.
A real Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, right. And so one of the ladies talking in the video is very much an Elizabeth Warren type, where like, but neither of them. Like, it sounds like both of them are also reading cue cards, even though they are like the elders in charge of their communities.
For sure.
And so it doesn't sound like the joke is that Well, yeah, they're just like saying whatever they want, and we have to just accept that that's their language. Like,
Yeah.
they're doing all these like,
Yeah, they like one of their actual letters is the way that Seth Green's nerd character pronounces the letter S. Like, hey guys, wait up for me. Let's get some sausages. Like, that's a letter, but it just sounds like a speech impediment here.
Yeah.
But that's the least of anyone's worries, because none of these fucking people can agree on how to pronounce the name of one of their tribes.
Yep.
Which lends credence to the fact that
it's all bullshit.
that it's I'm not sure it's even actually a language.
Oh yeah,
because there's 3 nations around here. Musqueam,
which is where we are right now.
Which is where we are right fucking now.
Right fucking now.
Squamish.
We are Musqueam 2.
Musqueam 2.
Don't ask where 1 is.
Under the bridge.
Maybe 1 was before it was colonized, and then they're like, well, it can't be 1, it's gone.
Now it's the sequel.
Now it's sequel.
Now it's even cooler.
Yeah.
Because Scott's here.
Bigger balls.
Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. However, there seems to be great debate in the community itself as to how to pronounce Tsleil-Waututh. I believe it is spelled Tsleil-Waututh.
Yeah.
However, we've had 6. We've had 2 variations of 3 pronunciations. So there's Tsleil-Waututh, 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 because maybe it starts TS. Tsleil-Waututh, Tsleil-Waututh, and of course, Tsleil-Waututh and Tsleil-Waututh. Fucking get it together, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly. Pick the name of one of your important words.
Yeah. The name of your cultural location.
It's like we couldn't decide how to pronounce white people. Wheat people?
We are wheat people.
What? White people?
That's...
No?
Chinese.
Are we not? What do you mean?
You just did a Chinese guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. A Chinese guy isn't a valid pronunciation of white people?
Of white people? I don't think so.
I see. Well, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on that.
Yep. Anyways, that's been our annoying experience at the beginning, although one of us has had a worse experience at the beginning, but...
Was it me?
It was me.
I was going to say, I didn't have one. It must be you. Why don't you tell us about it?
I don't want to get that racist, because then it's going to come back and haunt me.
That might. Just, I don't know. Guys, just assume something racist happened with Drew, and you're probably right.
Oh, it wasn't necessarily racist.
Drew did a hate crime.
I did a hate crime. Anyways, so what have we seen?
Wouldn't it be funny if we stopped talking about VIF right now? And that's all we talked about.
Okay, what else we got? We got to watch the Mario trailer. Let's just do that.
We'll get to Mario in a minute. I just think it'd be very funny if we
Drew did a hate crime. Move on.
Introduced VIF, just were racist for 20 minutes, and then and that's the VIF report.
That's the VIF report.
So, okay, fine. I guess we can tell you.
We saw movies that were some were good and some were whatever.
Guess we can tell you some movies.
I opened with a pre-cinema movie, God's Country, which then I explained the whole plot to Scott. And when I got to the very end of describing the plot, Scott went, Oh, I've seen this.
I saw that. It was, and
it took me describing almost the entire plot, then forgetting I'd forgot something earlier. Going back, and then you going,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
And Drew's a detailed plot describer. So it's not like he was being vague.
Yeah.
He did a very complete job of describing the movie to me. And yeah, after, I don't know, 50, it was like most of the drive home.
Yeah.
So, and after 15 minutes, as you're telling me the end of the movie, I'm like, oh, I saw that.
I saw it.
and up to that point, nothing. I'm like, this is a new movie I'm learning about. So,
and then I said, oh, there's these hunters who park their red truck, and you're like, oh, red truck, because I'm autistic. I like trucks.
Now, if they had been parking a train, I had been...
Oh my God.
I had been with you way early.
What's your favorite train movie of all time?
Snakes on a Train.
Nice. That exists.
It does exist,
yeah, that exists.
Strangers on a Train.
Unstoppable.
That's a good... Also, A Lie. They fucking stopped it. Spoiler. What's
Throw Mama from the Train?
Throw Mama from the Train, the Danny DeVito classic. What's the one? Maybe Jennifer Aniston's in it, and maybe Clive Owen's in it. And don't look at me like I'm crazy. It's not out of the realm of possibility that those two people could be in a movie together, and maybe there's also a train. I'm not the asshole here. Fuck you.
Midnight Meat Train.
It was Midnight Meat Train. Is it now I confused two movies. Is Closer the one with
that's
Jude Law and people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clive Owen, Natalie Portman, and second female.
So what's the other one, which might also have Clive Owen, but also, let's be clear, might not. But I'm almost okay. I'm going to
Jennifer Aniston on a train.
There's it. It's sort of a.
Are they?
It's sort of a Strangers on a Train, but not entirely.
Are they going to some
The World's
kind
Fair?
of? Are they going to some kind of camp
Oh, interesting.
where there's like big fences?
Shut up. I got it. Stop making Holocaust jokes. It's always with the Holocaust jokes with you. Derailed.
Well, it's nice to make fun of something that didn't happen.
It's true. Nobody gets hurt when we make fun of the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston, Clive
Yeah, it sounds
Owen,
right, but does that
Vincent Cassell.
have anything to do with a train?
It's called Derailed.
Doesn't mean anything.
When two married business executives having an affair
Oh.
are blackmailed by a violent criminal, the two must turn the tables on him to save their families. There's a train aspect.
You know who I bet you the bad guy is? Vincent Cassell.
Well, you're going pretty deep. Oh, RZA's in it.
Sick. What about
Pretty sick.
Jizza?
And Exhibit? What kind of movie is this?
What about Jizza?
No Jizza. This has tons of cool people in it. So you got your Aniston and Owen.
I've seen it, and I couldn't tell you a fucking thing about
What if I
it.
describe the whole thing, and then when I get to the end, you're like, ah.
Well, I mean, I'm admitting I've seen it.
But yeah, you got Jennifer and Clive, then you got Vincent, potential bad guy, who's to say, RZA, Exhibit, Giancarlo Esposito,
Sick.
David Oyelowo,
Nice. Pre-fame.
and gay actor Dennis O'Hare.
Poonhound Dennis O'Hare.
That's a movie. I'm gonna watch
I'm
this
a
again.
ghost. Ooh. Oh, no, that's Toby Huss.
Is that your?
No, that's Toby Huss.
Oh, I just thought that was your impression of Dennis O'Hare in every season of American Horror Story.
It kind of is, though. I was a ghost.
He's either a ghost or a vampire.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh wait, or was he a vampire in True Blood?
He was a vampire in True Blood.
He was a vampire in True Blood.
He was a ghost
He-
in every season of American
Pretty much
Horror
every
Story.
season of American Horror Story. Man, Ryan Murphy just keeps cranking out quality stuff. I haven't seen Dahmer, but I know
It's making everybody mad.
it's making everyone mad, and I know it's silly.
Well.
Because Ryan Murphy made it.
Because he's bad at his job, and he's very gay.
I like how he accidentally got a bunch of like Emmy nominations for the OJ one.
Yeah.
The OJ one is very silly.
Yeah.
The casting is nuts.
Mostly John Travolta.
Absolutely nutso. John Travolta, David Schwimmer as a Kardashian.
Yep.
I mean, Oscar winner Cuba Gooding Jr. as OJ.
Yep.
Malcolm Jamal Warner as Al Cowlings.
Yeah, I think so.
It's every casting is funny.
Yep.
And then it got like legit award talk.
Noms.
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 So yes, and that was our review of Derailed.
How did we even get on to fucking... Oh, because the red truck described... Yeah, so I started off watching God's Country technically part of the festival, but it was pre-festival, and it was free, so we didn't have to pay for it.
Pretty good. And it was good.
Yeah, it was aight.
Did you fuck Tandy Newton?
I don't know. Yeah, I probably would.
She
aight.
She changed the spelling of her name
Yeah, she did.
to make it much harder to pronounce.
There's a W in it now.
Yeah. Is it still pronounced Tandy?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it looks like Tandiwe.
I know. But I think it's pronounced the same. It's just spelled in her traditional booga booga language.
In her traditional Westminster, London, England language, because that's where she was born.
Yeah, but where are her parents from?
Westminster, London, England. Interesting, Tandiwe. Getting
Anyway.
that's what it looks like.
I know. What did you open the actual festival with?
I opened with the Dardenne brothers, Tori and Lokita. Dardenne brothers who brought us The Kid with a Bike, Young Ahmed, and other movies. But I think those are the two I've seen.
Deep Hun. No.
Nope. Wrongo. Take another guess. I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you to name another Dardenne brothers
Hotel
movie.
Transylvania 2.
Oh, you fucking got it. God damn it. 2 Days, One Night is the other one.
That's a good fucking movie.
Is that their best? I think that's their best.
We better keep going because we're going to run out of steam really quick here.
I guess that's true. Anyway, Tori and Lakita was good, if not unmemorable. It's about two African immigrants in Belgium, like a teenage girl and a younger boy who are pretending to be siblings. The girl was very good. The boy was fine, but weirdly under emotive, which I'll take over overacting any day. But the boy was very flat sometimes. And
how was the girl?
I'd fuck her.
Oh, yeah, I was going along with flat.
Oh,
was she stacked?
Not flat. Caked up front and back.
Nice.
Nice.
Where's from? Sudan?
Congo? Cote d'Ivoire? Ghana? How come they always say Ghana, West Africa? Like, that's always how that country is said.
I don't know, man.
We don't say
Somalia, East Africa.
Or Canada, North America.
We should, though.
You know what I mean?
The North, baby.
Double N. Careful.
Double N, no R.
But yeah, so Tori was so. Adam said it was just because he was gangster. I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. It was a gangster ass kid.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was good, but not blow away.
I opened the festival by seeing Something in the Dark was the first one I saw.
Yeah, Something in the Dirt. Very, very cool, fun movie by what are their names? It's two guys.
Andrew Wiggins.
Lloyd Webber.
And Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Aaron Moorhead and Justin Benson.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Scott Henson.
And you've seen none of their other movies.
I don't believe I've seen any of their other movies.
You should see
Synchronic?
3 of the 4.
So they have also done Synchronic, The Endless,
Spring, and Resolution.
Yeah.
Spring is excellent. Resolution's good, but not amazing production quality. It's very much like them in a cabin in the woods just doing their own thing. I guess it's kind of like Something in the Dirt, but like they didn't have the
juice,
the experience, like the knowledge they had later on. The Endless is awesome.
Okay.
And I think you should see at least those ones, if not all of them.
Cool. And now they're doing Moon Knight. So they hit the big time. It also looks like they did an episode of Jordan Peele Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Entitled 8, which I think I watched every episode. A team of scientists discover a new highly intelligent species that may endanger more than their research.
Do I see a Joel McHale?
You definitely see a Joel McHale. Oh yeah, they're in a sub or like maybe a station in Antarctica-ish, and there's a highly intelligent like
amoeba,
octopus, squid type thing.
Oh, okay.
And
intelligent how? Like it can put square blocks in square holes, or it can like telekinesis?
I don't know if it can telekinesis, but it's smarter than your average octopus. And I remember it the same as every other Twilight Zone episode, which is like a worse episode of any Black Mirror episode. Like, I don't remember any being that good, and literally all of them should have been half an hour, and all of them were an hour.
Yeah.
So you can, it's all pretty missable. But Something in the Dirt, very cool, weird, clearly COVID filmed because not a lot of locations, but
Nope.
they made the best of it. It's sci-fi type film. And I saw that with you that day, and After Sun before it, which was very good actually, despite being the directorial debut of a woman, which I can't believe
Usually is quite a deterrent.
Can't believe I agreed to see it, but god damn it, Charlotte Wells, you did a pretty good job. It's hard to say a lot about what I think of it without spoiling it, because a lot is left to you to figure out. But it's largely like a young father and his daughter on vacation, and then you get little flashes to other things, and sort of see that there's more going on under the surface. Spoiler, he's not fucking the daughter, so if that's what the selling point would be for you, I don't think it's that.
If that would be the selling point for you, stop listening to our podcast, please.
I mean,
I don't want to meet that guy.
You're driving away a lot of our current listeners.
A lot of people that if they stopped giving us money would be Twitter creep of the week.
No. Yes. And then what happened? Then I saw Klondike, which I've also seen on Friday. Which you've also seen on Friday. And it's really good, despite also being directed by a woman. What's going on? I guess
I don't know, man. Bitches can get it too.
That is what they say. I guess it's the million monkeys at a million typewriters theory.
I think she's not black.
But the women are monkeys. I can say that because the women are white.
Kind of a babe, a little bit.
She's not bad. Shout out to Marina El Gorbach. She's older than me. Pass.
Oh.
Much older than me. 1981. She's as old as the film festival.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Gross.
Her appears to be her. Okay. At least it's not a debut. She's been allowed to direct things before.
Nah.
But I will not spoil anything because
I've already seen it.
Because Drew's going to go see it a second time and wants to go in fresh. But it's basically about when Russia invaded Ukraine the second most recent time in 2014
Crimea?
when they were annexing Crimea, and it's this husband and wife who basically live on the border and are caught up in it, and it's really good. It's pretty harrowing, and you asked if it's Andrei Zvyagintsev-esque, and I'm like, well, it's Russian and bleak, so I think you're gonna like what you see, and so you did,
and so I did.
Not tomorrow, but several days ago. And then we saw. You didn't see anything else that day?
I saw Brother.
I saw Brother. How was Brother?
You know what? Not bad. It's a Canadian-made film.
Boo.
I know. Usually those suck.
Canada.
It's about two brothers growing up in the mean streets of Scarborough, Ontario, Canada.
Isn't Two Brothers about tigers?
There's also Two Brothers. It's about tigers.
And Four Brothers is about white guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Marky Mark.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's immigrants from Jamaica, which I said to Scott, how fucking frustrating is it?
Because literally all Jamaican immigrants come to the Canadian province of Ontario.
And they move to Scarborough, apparently.
Even though
there's a city in Ontario called Kingston!
Kingston! Your fucking capital!
Move to Kingston!
What an absolute failure of a country and its people.
Yeah. Anyways, it was well shot. It was well acted. The adult versions of both kids, out of their teens, actors for both kids were very good. The mom was really good. The main female lead had big tits and was super cute because she's like half Jamaican, half Portuguese.
Fun.
Yeah, she was hot. Anyways, yeah, it was really good, but I mean, it's along the same lines of every, growing up in the hood in the United States type movie, like opportunity to leave, avoiding gang violence, no dad in the picture, just like sort of navigating through being a young kid who's had like no opportunities their entire life, and then something tragic happens. I also kind of felt like one of the plot points that was really shoehorned in and didn't really fit the movie at all was that the older brother was gay, but it didn't play into the movie at all. Like nobody was like, "You're a fag, kill him." Like it had nothing to do with anything. So
and nobody in the audience yelled that. Well,
no.
Even I don't know.
Me?
Someone in your seat?
No.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe
first time for everything.
Maybe the idea was to normalize gay relationships in movies.
Boo, normalizing.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like, it was sort of hidden the entire movie. Would
you call it Insidious?
It was Insidious Chapter 3.
Okay,
the bad one. I guess Chapter 4 is the bad one. That's the one where the bad guy has key fingers and he puts it into your throat and turns it, and then you have no voice.
What?
Yeah.
I need to watch all the Insidious movies.
Goes in your throat, turns it, and then you lose your voice so you can't scream or talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's the bad one?
And that's the bad one.
And I mean, that sounds awesome. How good are the good ones if that's the bad one?
I guess 3 is also not that great, but whatever. Anyways, I
know what I'm
doing. It wasn't bad, but you've seen, and if you've seen like Boys in the Hood or Juice, that was a good one, or any of those other like getting out of the hood, but also there's gang violence.
Yeah.
But well shot. Like I thought it was beautiful.
That's good.
Yeah.
Then we made our way to Martin McDonagh's Banshees of Inisherin. It was fucking great.
It sucked.
Oh. Dissenting opinion.
JK.
Defend your stance.
JK, it was so fucking good.
It was so good. It's really funny.
For me, it's very hard to match In Bruges, and I think it was right fucking there.
I think it might be better than In Bruges.
I think it really
like
right
In Bruges
there.
But it is the same director and actors as In Bruges.
Yeah, it was great. I like the comedy was so like
I think it's my favorite comedy of the year.
Yeah, like there was nothing outlandish necessarily about it. The comedy was just
one person's actions were kind of
yeah. That but like those actions weren't comical like in nature.
Yeah,
it wasn't like blood in the face. Like it was none of that.
Yeah.
Like it was everything was just very normal but very funny.
Yeah.
And I love Colin Farrell. I love Brendan Gleeson. I will watch them in literally anything.
Absolutely.
But their chemistry together is so good.
They're so
that
good.
they just need to keep making movies.
Yeah.
Martin McDonagh just needs to keep directing Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson in movies.
Do whatever.
Yeah. I always forget that Martin McDonagh didn't also do The Guard.
It does feel like
he feels did The Guard. Like The Guard director, but yeah, I mean, it's a very simple story. Like they live on a small island off the coast of Ireland in the 1920s.
Yeah,
and they are friends who just kind of.
Do you know who did The Guard? Sorry to interrupt.
John
Michael McDonagh.
That's why I always think.
Are they related?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, and he did The Guard and Cavalry.
Yeah.
They have.
And he did another one, right?
War on Everyone. The Forgiven.
What?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
But now I need to know if they're related.
Is he from Ireland?
He's from London. Same as Tandiwe Newton.
Martin McDonagh is actually from England. He's not Irish. So maybe they're brothers. Maybe that would make so much fucking sense.
It sure would.
Just look it up.
I'm going to.
Are Martin McDonagh and John Michael McDonagh brothers? Alexa.
Martin's much hotter.
He's got like that brooding 90s villain look.
He looks like Sting.
He does look like Sting. Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Also from London. Okay. Martin, John, McDonough, McDonagh brothers. Anything. They are brothers.
There you go. Perfect. That's why it feels like
It's
a Martin movie.
It's a
John
McDonough
Michael movie.
Yeah. Huh. Well, look at us learning stuff.
Are
today.
they my new favorite directing brothers?
Oh,
over
eat
the
shit, Dardennes.
Oh, I was gonna say over the Scots.
Ooh.
R.I.P. Tony.
R.I.P. Tony.
Also, I don't know if Tony
soon.
made that many good movies.
Jumped off a fucking
Ridley's made
building.
some good ones, also some stinkers. I don't know that Tony made that many good ones. He made a couple.
Tony made all the good ones.
Yeah, oh sure. Did he make Gods of Egypt? No, that's not the one. What's the one with Christian Bale and Joel Edgerton?
Oh,
Exodus, Kings and Gods and Kings? Yeah.
Was that the last
that's,
movie?
That's a Ridley.
Tell me that.
No,
that's Ridley?
he made one after that. Yeah, that was a Ridley.
Oh, I'm surprised Ridley didn't jump
Top
off
Gun,
a
pretty
fucking...
decent.
Unstoppable! He jumped off a fucking building after Unstoppable.
Wow, came full circle. He made 2 train movies in a row? Oh, the A-Team. From here, it looks like the A-Train. And I was like...
Well, take a look at the movie right before that.
Oh, shit!
A train movie.
He's the train guy?
Tony Scott.
Okay,
loves
so
trains.
Top Gun, pretty good. Days of Thunder, great. Last
Beverly
Boy
Hills
Scout,
Cop
pretty
2.
good. True Romance, good. Crimson Tide is fine. Oh, The Fan.
The Fan.
Enemy State's not bad. Spy Game's pretty good. Man on Fire's
Fire's
really
good.
good. Dominoes, whatever. Deja Vu's whatever. Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 is silly.
He didn't direct he just produced the A-Team. So he
Back-to-back train movies!
he wrapped up his life with 2 bad train movies.
Tony, bad train movies, Scott.
Oh, Tony.
And then he killed himself because he had, like, cancer. He had, like...
Oh, that's right.
and
He was dying
like,
anyway.
fuck it, I'm going.
So it wasn't because of the train movies.
Well, maybe the train movies gave him cancer.
Oh. Didn't think about that, but probably correct.
Although, how many Denzel movies did he do? Like,
He
4?
loves Denzel. He loves Denzel and
1,
Tom
2,
Cruise.
3, 4 Denzel movies.
Yeah.
Wow, good for him.
Is Domino Denzel?
No, it's
Who's Domino?
Keira Knightley. My girl.
Keira Knightley, Mickey Rourke,
Rourke.
and Edgar Ramirez.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I did not see that.
It's not bad.
But yeah, Pelham 1, 2, 3, Deja Vu, Man on Fire,
And Unstoppable.
and Unstoppable. Goddamn. Busy guy.
Busy guy.
What the hell were we talking about? Banshees? Oh yeah. Cool,
Favorite
cool-
directing brothers.
Cool brothers.
I guess also the Safdies, but we'll have to see what happens when they do another one. Did you just get a
Yep.
live on air
I just got live PayPal money.
from Adam Thornton?
Nope.
Oh.
But I like that we're doxing people.
Is it from Joe Thornton?
It's from hockey superstar, hockey legend Joe Thornton.
Big fan of the pod.
PAWD.
Nothing? Is it just an empty message?
I think it's an empty message. How could it possibly take this long to load?
There you go. There you go.
So it just says request spectacular, but it doesn't say what movie.
Well, maybe it's not a movie. Maybe it's just like maybe he heard us say movie and move on.
Fair enough. If you do have a movie selection, Jacob, who sent me $25 in the past on October 6th that I'm just reading the email for now, a full week later. Let me know if you have an actual pick or just whatevs. But thank you regardless. I'm liking that we had a passing mention of it last week, and the money's already rolling in. We're almost at 8 episodes already.
I'm already more than halfway to getting a PlayStation 5.
Nice.
Just in time for NHL 23 to have come out 2 months ago.
Excellent. So Banshees.
Yeah.
Fucking
rock.
rock.
Oh yeah. So they're friends. They live on the island, and then just one day, Brendan Gleeson is done being friends with Colin Farrell.
I don't like you
Like
anymore.
just That's it. Just wants to move on and not be friends anymore. And Colin does not take it well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very, very funny, but also like has a little bit of a darkness to it.
Oh, for sure.
Three Billboards had. Like there's comedy, but there's also like melodrama and actual
and in Bruges too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess in Bruges too.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
Yeah. So it's a similar vibe. I'd say I probably laughed more at this than any other McDonough movie. Like it had a lot of laughs in it. It's very funny.
Yeah, it had a lot of comedy to it. Yeah. And like really just subtle dialogue comedy too. Like not ridiculous things happening or very silly things happening. It would just be like a line that would be said and it was like the whole theater was laughing.
Yeah.
Except for the girl sitting directly in front of me who fell asleep about 5 minutes in, woke up with maybe 20 minutes left, very like blatantly looked at her Apple Watch.
Checked her full brightness Apple Watch.
Yeah, so it illuminated the whole fucking theater, said one or two really quick things to her boyfriend sitting next to her.
Immediately back to sleep.
Immediately fell asleep.
That's how to watch a movie.
She watched maybe 5 minutes of the whole movie.
I hope she caught the good stuff.
I hope she caught all of the goods. And then I hope she caught some of that D later. As punishment for sleeping through one of the best movies I've seen this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope there was some D punishing. Then next was The Whale, which is not a bad back-to-back over... Dude, are you making whale noises?
I'm struggling to breathe.
Are you trying to get off the bed?
I'm trying to get off the bed.
Yeah, which featured Brendan Fraser doing his finest Drew impression.
Like I said, that's how I get off your bed when we're done podcasting, especially if I'm laying down. It is a real struggle. Oh, look at that. Somebody liked my review of the movie I didn't like.
Nice. I
just want to say, what did I wrote one thing in my review of The Whale that I...
Is this at Drew Sarian on
did correctly?
Letterboxd?
Correct, it is. Oh, yeah. Listen, Darren. We get it. You like biblical allegories. But I'm happy that you turned it around after making two of my most hated movies of all time. After making several of my favorite movies.
It's been an interesting run for Darren.
And maybe one of the greatest opening scenes in cinema history. But yeah, after making Mother and Noah back to back, which are one is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, especially considering it's got Russell Crowe, and I actually really like Russell Crowe. Mm-hmm. And then Mother, which was one of the movies...
You need to revisit
I was so actively, visibly mad.
I feel like you went into that movie pissed.
I mean, sometimes I do, and maybe that was one of them.
I feel like you did.
But I was so, just actively furious at that movie that when I left, because I saw it with a friend of the show, Kelly Summers, mm-hmm. where, I actively felt that in the parking lot after the movie that Kelly and I were going to double murder sue each other. Because we were so angry at it.
Kelly was also mad at it?
Kelly was also just as angry. We got out of the theater and there was silence until we got to the parking lot. And then without saying a word to each other, we both just said, "What the fuck was that?" And then the whole car ride home was just anger. Rage boners and anger.
Yep.
So I'm glad that he turned it around and made something that definitely didn't make either one of us cry.
No.
And I assume also Adam, because he has real human emotions.
I think he actually might have been.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why he got up and left right away?
I'm kidding, but I think I heard some sniffles toward the end, and that was the second time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me a couple times, but I only actively cried one time.
I cried at
towards the end,
right? The final scene.
Yeah.
That got me good.
Yeah, but man, I will admit that I fucking love Brendan Fraser. even the bad movies are fucking great. Like
Yeah.
watching Bedazzled for this
great.
was so goddamn good.
He has so much charisma.
and he's so likable.
Yes.
Like as a human being, he's so likable.
Yeah.
And the fact that like all this awful stuff has happened to him.
Yeah.
Like over his career, it's
And he just like wrecked his body doing his own stunts.
Yeah,
in George of the Jungle and whatnot.
got diddled by some Hollywood exec and then got blacklisted for saying it.
Yeah, he got Guy Me Too.
He got Guy Me. Yeah, but like Guy Me
Which
Too.
is, can we say it's worse? Can we say
it's way worse?
Can we say it's harder for men?
That's way harder for men?
Yeah.
That's why they get paid more.
Exactly.
But like he got Me Too'd the opposite way.
Yeah.
Like he got Me Too'd for Me Too'ing somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, he got canceled for getting raped.
Yeah. So I'm so
That's
happy
a tough one.
that like he like is like getting this opportunity
Yeah.
to have a comeback, because there are lots of people that get comebacks that don't really deserve it. Mickey Rourke. But I guess speaking of Aronofsky movies, like Mickey Rourke as a person, like, yeah, because he really deserved to have a comeback, right? Like,
Look, he had a very tough 1990s.
yeah, like injecting drug
heroin into his
directly
face.
into his face. But like he didn't deserve to have his renaissance, but now he deserved the Renaissance.
Absolutely Renaissance time. I wish I had been there for, it was the Venice Film Festival, the Better VIF, where he got because I think that was like the premiere of it, where he got a 6-minute standing ovation and cried.
He was so like humbled, like he couldn't believe that it was happening. Like some people, like they get it and they're like, "Well, yeah, I like it's a great movie. I did a great job.
Of course, you're doing this.
Thank you." But then this was just like he literally didn't even want to get up. Like somebody went up, like one of the like producers or something. I don't know. Hey, was like, "You stand up," and he was like, "Okay, fine." And he stood up and he like bowed, and then he was just sort of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. And then he sort of did like the old like, oh shucks. Like it was very cute.
It's super cute.
But like it's like it's so great to see like a person like that get an opportunity again. But like I don't even really want to say anything about the movie because I don't want to spoil anything. I mean, the description of it online is pretty accurate. Like he's an obese university instructor who's trying to reconnect with his estranged daughter. Yeah. And then just sort of who
might be a bitch.
Who might be evil. But like, that's really...
it's a simple enough story. It's just
very simple.
Really, really good. And if he doesn't at least get a nomination for this, then the Oscars can kind of fuck off.
I don't think he's gonna.
Really?
I think he'll get Golden Globes. I don't think he's getting Oscars.
That's such bullshit.
Directed by a straight white man, starring a straight white man. Can't do it.
There's a Chinese in it.
Oh, I forgot. Remind me that I have to show you the clip of her doing the super racist Vietnamese accent in Downsizing, because it is very funny.
That's right.
Because she does not speak like that.
She doesn't.
She speaks
like she spoke in The Whale with literally zero accent.
She's also in that really good movie that I talked about before, Driveways. With Brian Dennehy's last movie. Yeah,
I saw it.
She's also in that. She's the female lead.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she's great.
She's really good.
And she's really great. She was actually really good in this.
Yeah.
I know that...
what's her name? Daniel Day Kim?
No, he's a leopard. That's different. This podcast is very much two things. We are anti-Israel, and we are pro getting Big Wolf off of Where.
Yes.
Not everything needs to be werewolf.
There's other wares.
Where jaguar? Where tiger? Where's your penis?
Right here. What do you think? Oh, her name is so much more racist than her name is Hong Chow. It's a good name. Let's just think about that for a while. Are you just thinking?
Yeah.
Thinking of something bad to say?
Yeah.
Hong Chow. What is she? Vietnamese? Yes. Well, hold on.
Chinese?
Dirty? She's Dirty Knees?
Oh my god.
Born in Thailand.
Okay.
She played a Vietnamese in Downsizing. She should go to jail. You can't do that.
Is she a lady boy?
Oh, she is from Thailand, so yes.
Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. I got a...
She played an amputee in Downsizing? She downsized her own body by removing a leg?
Missing her leg. Yeah. That not to get off track, but that movie was so disappointing. I really like Alexander Payne. I think he's really good, and that movie was so disappointing. It had so much potential to be
Concept's interesting.
a comedy, and it wasn't.
It did seem like it was going to be
It had a little bit
comedy.
of comedy at the very beginning, and then it was just sort of a drama.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed with it.
Damn, I really like
Election?
all of... I mean, I do really like Election.
But like, Nebraska.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
Besides Downsizing.
Well, you haven't seen Downsizing. Maybe you'll like it.
No.
Maybe I'm the asshole.
You know what? I don't want to rule out that you might be the asshole.
What else did he do? He did the
Descendants?
The Descendants.
About Schmidt?
The movie where I saw Kathy Bates completely naked with my mom and my grandmother.
And he's got a 2023 coming out, The Holdovers.
Did I see Tom Sizemore?
I don't think you did, but I hope you did.
Who's the second name?
Tate Donovan.
Oh, well, I'm looking at the screen
of Damages and Friends fame.
And?
A third Tate Donovan credit?
Oh, what was that show?
Friends.
Nip Tuck. Is he a Nip Tuck? Is he a Nip Tucker?
That is a great
Nip
question.
Tucker Carlson?
I want
is that a Japanese Tucker Carlson?
Oh, I'm writing down Nip Tucker Carlson. I don't know what to do with that, but that's something. This is what they want. They want us to get plastic surgery. The liberals want us all. They want us all to get trans surgery from Tate Donovan, who may or may not have been on Nip Tuck. I'm going to say no.
Okay. Who's the Nip Tuck?
He's on 39 episodes of The OC.
Sure.
Is that what you're thinking?
Sure.
One episode of Law and Order: Criminal Intent with my boy Vinny D. Yeah, that's... Yeah, those are all his credits. He was in Rocket Man, your favorite movie.
Which one?
Oh, the newer.
Oh, okay.
So Alexander Payne's new one, The Holdovers, looks like a Giamatti joint. Nobody Hey, tell me if this first sentence is going to be a stretch for a Paul Giamatti type character. Nobody likes teacher Paul Hunnam. Not his students, not his fellow faculty, not the headmaster, who all find his pomposity and rigidity exasperating. Is he just reprising his character from Sideways?
Or is he just playing Paul Giamatti?
Starring Paul Giamatti as himself as teacher Paul Hunnam. With no family and nowhere to go over Christmas holiday in 1970. Ooh, a period piece. Paul remains at school to supervise students unable to journey home. After a few days, only one student holdover remains, a troublemaking 15-year-old named Angus. A good student whose bad behavior always threatens to get him expelled. Joining Paul and Angus is head cook Mary, is played by someone Randolph, an African-American woman who caters... Maya Randolph, an African-American woman who caters to sons of privilege and whose own son was recently lost in Vietnam. These three very different shipwrecked people form an unlikely Christmas family sharing comic misadventures during 2 very snowy weeks in New England. The real journey is how they help one another understand that they are not beholden to their past, that they can choose their own futures.
Oh, it's about the friends we made along the way.
It is about the friends we made along the way.
Okay, let's move on. We're spending too much time on a movie we haven't even seen yet. Anyways,
fair.
We were talking about The Whale. And then what did we see after The Whale?
I saw Quantum Cowboys after The Whale.
I didn't because I was too tired.
You made the right choice. It's not very good. It's a bunch of mixed media animation. Some of it's cool, but it's just... it's
gay and bad.
It's sort of a run-of-the-mill time travel-y thing. David Arquette's in it, which is cool, because you cannot kill him. And but it is very skippable. I have already forgotten most of it.
There's cowboys, and they use quantum leap technology to go back in time and kill baby Hitler.
It's just like a multiple timelines thing and redoing things and creating a new reality. And I feel like my description is cooler than it is, and my description is not that cool. So, yeah, the next day was Triangle of Sadness. I don't know if you saw anything in the interim there. What? I fear you found something funny.
Yeah, but I think it's only a joke for me. I don't think it's a joke for the podcast because it's Drew's professional hockey corner.
Okay.
Okay, like I can do this really quick. There was a hockey player for the Canucks who got accused of raping a woman in his hotel in like 2017 or 18. Mm-hmm. He came out and said that he didn't, and he said, she said. Then she sued him, and got him arrested. The Canucks released him because they didn't want to deal with it. Sure. He went back and he went to sign and play in Russia. Yeah. So he played in Russia for a season and then came back and had to do the trial. They found him not guilty, but it was a lot of like his lawyers and people calling her a slut and saying, well, look what she was wearing and blah, blah, right? Yeah. So whether or not it actually happened, who fucking knows? Right. But he was cleared. So he signed a professional tryout with the Oilers to see if he could get a contract to play. Well, today the Oilers released him from his contract. And
because he did a rape?
Somebody on Twitter said, anyone know if Jake Virtanen accepted a no from Edmonton, or will he just insist on being at practice tomorrow?
That's nice. You set the table for that very nicely. I think everyone gets the joke now, and that was fun. It was fun for the whole group. That was some good professional hockey corner.
I feel really good about it.
I think you should keep the hockey corners more rape focused, if anything, and less sports focused.
He also the game yesterday between the Canucks and the Oilers was in Abbotsford, which is his hometown.
Good guy.
And he got booed off the ice. It's so good. It's so good.
Strong stuff.
Anyways, in the intro, what did I see? I would tell you, but I don't care.
I don't know if you saw anything before Triangle of Sadness.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So then we started Triangle of Sadness, and it's great. It's by our boy Ruben Ostlund.
I don't know if he's our boy. He's our boy again.
I was going to say, we had a brief... Well, I think we had a bit of a falling out
with him.
In 2019.
2019.
Yeah. He made Force Majeure, which I love, and I think Drew loves even more.
Yeah, it was like my number...
It was higher than me.
It was my number 2 or 3, and it was your like 4 or 5.
Yeah, in there. Yeah. But we both agree it's great. And... Then he made The Square, which I don't think is that good. It's just The Square is just like a series of vignettes. It's just like it's non-linear.
Yeah, and not all of it's good. Like bits and pieces are fine.
There's the Monkey Man. That's really honestly all I remember. Like jumping on people's tables at a fancy dinner.
Don't call Morgan Freeman the Monkey Man. Oh my
God! Great. Oh, great. Now I'm going to jail. Oh. To be fair, it was a white monkey man. It was a Scandinavian monkey man.
He was an albino gorilla.
Yeah. The rarest in captivity.
An all silverback.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's really the only scene I remember, honestly. But it was...
I remember The Square.
I guess I remember the Square also, but, like, it didn't do a lot. It was, like... too artsy.
It was really up its own butt.
It was. I'm like,
and boring. Like just nothing.
It wasn't that engaging.
No.
Whereas Force Majeure was super engaging, as was Triangle of Sadness. Guess who's back in the good books? Ruben Ostlund.
Yeah.
So it's 2.5 hours plus. Fucking flies by. Does not feel long at all. It's great. It's paced great.
Yeah.
It's super funny. It's like there's some laughs in Force Majeure. There's way more in this.
Yeah.
This is like ostensibly a comedy.
I think it's a full-on comedy.
Yeah.
There isn't anything in it that's very like depressing.
Yeah. There's commentary, but it's still like kind of through comedy.
Yeah.
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 So it's it's really great. I was a big fan of this. It's like a it's presented in 3 parts. Mm-hmm. There's there's these 2 cunts, the yacht and the island.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like each one takes a turn, but it's the same. We see the same two characters throughout, but then the later parts add a bunch more characters, and yeah, it's this like influencer couple,
influencer girl, male model guy
couple, yeah, who are like largely together for the clout.
Yeah.
Although there are some actual feelings.
There's some romance to it, but it's just the fact that they both have like millions of followers on social media, so being together means they
get more followers.
Yeah.
So,
and they get given a free trip to go on it's not a yacht, it's like a cruise ship, it's only for the super rich.
A super luxury cruise, yeah. And yeah, the first part is just a lot of their like interpersonal dynamics, which is very funny, and like the ins and outs of like who's paying for dinner and stuff, which was funny. And would you? I feel like there was their dinner argument. I feel like there was a dude's rock slant to the argument.
Yeah.
Like he was right.
He was right.
Okay,
100% he was right.
Yeah. And I don't think there's bias in that. I think that's one, how it was presented, and two, is the correct presentation.
Yeah.
So someone else watch it and tell us we're right, and that dudes do, in fact, at the end of the day, rock. Then they go on a luxury cruise. The cruise goes not so well by the end of it, and then part 3 is the island. So you figure it out. But just tons of funny stuff throughout.
Yeah.
Lots of just like interpersonal dynamics and class and stuff. There's a very good like Russian oligarch, and Woody Harrelson is the drunk captain of the luxury liner, who is a like Marxist socialist. So they have this like American communist versus Russian capitalist argument that's very funny.
Very funny.
Yeah.
And I love that they had like the scene of like they're having these back and forth using historical commentary
quotes
and quotes and stuff.
Yeah, they're having a quote off.
But they're like looking at their phones to get them.
Yeah, it's not like
it's off the top of their head.
The first one for each was off the top of their head, and then they're like, okay, I need more quotes now.
Hold on a second, let me Google this.
Yeah,
that was very funny.
Yeah. But it's great. There's very little not to like. So it
flies by.
Absolutely flies by. It's definitely one of the faster 2.5 hour plus movies I've seen. The only other one I can think of like that is Blade Runner 2049. I thought moved very well for a long movie.
Yeah.
So if you've seen Force Majeure and like the vibe, I think you'll really like this. If you haven't, what are you doing? Watch both, you silly.
What the fuck are you doing?
And that takes, and then I had a day off after that. You
didn't.
Drew had a big day.
I don't want to take forever on this. Also, I'm munching.
Let me have some munches. What are we?
I don't want to take this forever. I'm gonna do it real quick.
Chewy nerds.
I saw Canadian directed, filmed, produced, whatever.
Ah!
Oh boy. Did you get Crown come out?
Nope, but the second one was so much harder than the first one. First one chewed easy.
That's what I heard.
My soft teeth.
All right, very quickly. It's a movie about a very important topic in this country, which is from the early 1800s until 1996. Completely blows my mind that it still happened in the fucking mid-90s.
Yeah.
Residential schools.
What, are they going to educate themselves?
Yeah.
Is that a thing I should say?
Well, you can't just let them roam around like savage wilderness people.
That's true. They need language.
Chucking spears and gutting fish with their mouths.
I like that. That's a fun video.
So it's about residential schools, which essentially was the Canadian government and the Catholic Church took young Aboriginal children away from their families, put them into like schools that they lived in, and essentially turn them, like, make them white, is essentially what it was.
And Christian, most importantly.
And white and Christian, yeah. Like, to make them into civilized Western people, right?
And it went great.
Well, I mean, they were around for a really long time.
I was going to say,
So-
would something unsuccessful go on for 150 years?
But the thing is, like, it wasn't really brought to the forefront until like
Thursday.
like 5 years ago. They dug up, like they were building something like a pipeline or something.
Yeah.
Through native land, they dug up where like a field near where a residential school was. They found like I don't know 1,000
Just
dead bodies.
So many skeletons.
Because
just really a lot.
They had just been like physically abusing, mentally abusing, sexually abusing for years and years and years.
A little bit.
And you know, like some of these people, like
You can do a little bit of abuse as a treat.
a little.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously it's like a huge black mark on our history as a nation.
Yeah.
But so in saying that,
But we didn't have a civil war because half of our country wanted to keep doing it forever.
maybe we should have.
Maybe we should have.
What side are you on?
Whatever side Quebec is on.
I look really good in gray. So I might have been a southerner.
I also like gray. Gray beats blue.
Yeah. So just because the subject matter is important and intriguing
Yeah.
doesn't mean the movie's good. And then,
Correct.
of course, saying that the movie's not good makes you an asshole. Like, the movie got a, I don't know, 10-minute standing ovation at the end. Right? Because the director's there, the producer's there.
Which was certainly earned and not performative at all by the audience.
No, of course not.
Okay, good.
So, like, if the entire room is standing up and applauding this, like, super sensitive cultural thing, and then I'm the asshole who doesn't stand up and applauds it,
You are the asshole.
then, you know, I'm going to get, I don't know, do
Lynched?
you get lynched? I don't know.
I think you get lynched.
I don't know. All of the white actors...
We could honestly use a few white lynchings. I think that would like really spice things up.
Wow. Okay, sure.
No?
Yeah, maybe. All of the white actors were terrible. It wasn't well shot. I mean, it's Canadian stuff always has this very specific look to it.
Cheap.
Yeah, even though it's not necessarily cheap.
I know. It just for
You
some
know, like,
reason.
it can have the same budget as something filmed in the United States,
But it looks
but
cheap.
it just looks like it's a third of the budget.
Can we not get the good film?
I have no idea. I don't know if it's a style choice
Yeah.
or the locations. Like, I don't know. But anyways, it just looks, it always looks bad. And so I just didn't think it was very good. And it had nothing to do with the fact that it was directed and written and produced by a Aboriginal woman, or that it was about Native kids getting fucked and raped and stuff. Like,
Fucked and raped.
fucked and raped. Well, some of it, if you're getting fucked, that means you're into it.
Yes.
If you're getting raped, it means you're not into it.
Correct.
Unless your gets wet. Then it's hard to argue. Anyways, I just didn't think it was very good, and
Your
guess,
Honor.
and
Look at her pussy.
I guess I'm the bad guy. So yeah, I saw that. Then last night, I went and saw 2 documentaries.
Double doc.
Both of which are not going to be interesting to anyone. One was a documentary about why the Vancouver Grizzlies left Vancouver for Memphis.
Boo.
Pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was all about my childhood.
I'm booing them going to Memphis.
Oh, good. And there's no Grizzlies in Memphis. There's no Bears in Tennessee.
No.
And the other one was a documentary about Indians doing Indian things.
This time the other Indians.
Oh yeah, the boop boop, not the powwow.
Yeah.
Rescuing birds of prey that have fallen from the sky because of how bad the air quality is.
So we're
in
talking
New
like
Delhi.
Margot Robbie, Rosie Perez.
She wasn't one of the birds of prey, but okay.
That's true. She was a side friend. Who the hell were the rest of... There was the one who... Drew's making emotions at me that are not helping. There was the one who, at the end of the movie, revealed that she had actual superpowers, which completely, like, threw off the entire logic of the movie and its universe.
Yeah.
Like, no one up to that point was magic.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Winstead.
Yeah. That's right.
And a black one.
Rosie Perez again. A brave dual role by Rosie
Maybe it was
Perez.
Zoe Kravitz?
That's on the table. Let's
Or am I thinking of Catwoman?
You might be thinking of Catwoman.
Is it Jussie Smollett's sister?
It is Jussie Smollett's sister.
Okay.
It is Journey Smollett.
Ah.
Jurnee.
She's kind of cute. I'll admit it.
She's kind of cute.
She's in something else.
She's not Rosie Perez cute, but she's cute. She wasn't something. I like Mary Elizabeth Winstead too.
Me too.
It's an attractive bunch, those Birds of Prey. It's too bad it was one of the worst movies
What about the kid?
that could possibly be. Oh, I fucked her.
Huh.
Is the kid even fucking credited?
Who cares?
You know what? Not me. I'm not looking any further. Kid's not on the front page. She doesn't get it.
Anyways, yesterday, you saw...
I saw Sick of Myself, which I had the wrong idea about what kind of movie it was going in, just based on the small picture and probably one sentence I read in the VIF guide a month ago. I thought it was about like drug addiction. It's not, but what it is Awful White Woman, the movie, and it's super fun. And I would recommend it to anyone, especially awful white women, to maybe learn from the mistakes of the main character in this movie. It's it's basically just an awful woman with what appears to be like at least borderline personality disorder-esque traits, and is definitely the kind of person that would falsely threaten suicide if you broke up with her.
Oh.
And just
or
like
fake having cancer so that she could be the center of attention at school.
Or fake having cancer so that she could be the center of attention at school, which is like really close to what she does here, except she actually gives herself the medical condition because she cannot stand not having attention on her at all times. And I'm wondering if this is like an epidemic in Norway, because this is the second recent like horrible narcissistic woman movie out of Norway in like the last 12 months. So I don't know what's going on there, but I might have to head north and clean house over there.
But now, the question is, were you cheering for the right side?
I just had a whisker come out.
Oh. Were you cheering for the right side? Is this a white lie situation?
Oh, interesting. Because in White Lie, which is what we were referencing, which we did on All Requests Spectacular. Is that how we watched it?
No, I think we just watched it.
We just watched
I think
it?
I watched it.
Oh no, it's for the year end. Yeah,
Okay.
it was just for best of the year. Which is a girl faking having cancer for attention, which absolutely on her side, because I'm like, oh, just keep the lie going. I fucking love lying.
Yep.
Because this one, besides lying how she got the illness, is not so much about lying, because she actually fucks herself up.
Yeah.
Which is
crazy.
great. But yeah, you are not on her side of this movie
Okay.
at all. But really fun. I had very few expectations going in, and it was a real pleasant surprise. So check out Sick of Myself if and when you get a chance. And then the next day, and not later tonight, I definitely saw RMN by Christian Mungiu, director of Graduation, which is great. And I'm pretty sure RMN was really good too. Your thoughts?
I didn't see it.
Oh, too bad.
I saw the blue caftan.
And how'd you like that? Definitely in the past.
Gay Iran.
Gay Iran, good stuff. And then on the last day, we went and saw the new Hirokazu Koreeda Broker, and I'm sure
it was the best movie you saw all year.
Sure, we really enjoyed it. And then maybe saw a donkey movie called EO.
Oh, I like donkey movies.
Which is the fourth donkey movie we've been privy to in like the last week. The others being Triangle of Sadness, Banshees of Inisherin, and Pinocchio 2022. So, there's the past and future VIF review. Now, a lot of you are saying, I'm getting a lot of live, everyone's hitting me up on Tout, on
ICQ,
on Grindr right now, because of course we broadcast this live, saying, are you guys not doing Twitter Creep of the Week this week? We're not, but let me tease you, because we're way over time. But let me tease you for next week. We're not only giving you Twitter Creep of the Week next week, we're giving you the whole behind the curtain process of how we got to that Twitter Creep of the Week, with bonus creep shoutouts. So just
side creeps.
So just hold on to your butts, and I think you're gonna like the way you look next week with the Twitter Creep of the Week. So let's very briefly talk about the underrated or rated exactly correctly Coen Brothers movie, the Cocksucker Proxy of did I pronounce that wrong? Pardon me, the Hudsucker Proxy of 1994, directed by
Ethan
Coen of Sherlock of Holmes and Watson fame. So we got here via Tim Robbins from I don't know, what was the last fucking
Mission
movie?
to Mars.
Mission to Mars. That makes sense. You know what?
Fourth Brian De Palma movie.
We could have found a way to do more.
Yeah.
I think we blew it. I think we got to find a way back to De Palma. What are you beating off for?
I'm jiggling things in my hand.
Are you onto the second bag of
No.
stuff? All right. Let me know when you are. I want to try one.
All right.
And review it on air. So, and also we were going to do a live watch and react of the new Super Mario trailer, but and by new I mean a week old and didn't just drop an hour ago. But the fact that it's going to be a week old, it's probably okay being 2 weeks old. So we'll do that next week too. So listen to all the exciting things you get next week. But for now, Cocksucker. Tim Robbins has the worst hair at the beginning.
I like young 40-year-old upstart Tim Robbins.
Yeah, he's not like the youngest guy in the world in this movie, is he?
Nope.
Timmy R.
Timmy Hardar.
I like it. Whence were you born? He was born October 6th. I mean, he's not young, but he's not old. He's 35 when they made this movie. But yeah, it's like he's in his early 20s. Like the character.
Like fresh out of college.
Yeah. And looking for a job. I love those fucking weird
so cool.
Those ticker flipper things.
Cool.
They still have them in some airports, but it's the coolest shit.
But I like the way that's how you look for the job. You just see the thing like,
yeah, it's this like a giant job posting
fluffer,
board.
I'm in.
Yeah, and some of the jobs are very funny. There was some good stuff there. So so young so we're in 1958. I can you believe it? A Coen Brothers period piece.
Can't believe it.
I know they really bucked the trend here. And yeah, he's desperate for a job. He finds one at Hudsucker Industries in the mailroom. He's bright-eyed. He's got big ideas.
Yep.
And he's gonna work his way up as best he can. And then he meets the other guy in the mailroom who's been there for 48 years, but they might move him up to parcels next year.
It was You're My Boy Blue from Old School.
It was You're My Boy Blue from Old School, in fact. And
R.I.P. There's no way he's still alive. Anyways,
there's not
continue. Move on. Just move on. You don't even have to look. You know he's dead.
I know he's dead.
He's like 104 in that movie.
He's 1,000% dead. They show us the big the Hudsucker boardroom and board of directors where I wrote down, now that's a board of directors.
Yeah.
Just old white men as far as the eye
Those
can
guys
see.
are deciding the future of women's health. That's the room that voted down abortions.
Absolutely. That's the 2022 US Supreme Court.
I like to call them boardies.
And in the midst of their quarterly profit report, in which they're doing excellent. Old Mr. Hudsucker gets up.
Charles Durning.
Yeah. Gets up.
Gets incredibly limber.
His little warm up and like the classic like bring your arms behind you before you start running.
Yep.
Cartoon style.
So good.
And then does a funny little Charles Durning run down the giant boardroom table.
Yep.
And blasts out the 44th floor window to his death.
What I really liked about that is when he was falling and there was like a woman holding her child below and he was sort of like, move.
Yeah, he's
Move.
like, no, he's even in death, he's a good guy. He's like, I don't want to crush a woman and her child.
And like a bug hit him in the glasses, so then he like wiped the bug away from his glasses like very casually.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, so he goes splat.
Then
you see that sort of the next in charge is Paul fucking Newman.
It is Paul fucking Newman, handsome to the fucking bitter end.
Yes, he was.
He was gorgeous the day he died.
Yes, he was.
And the deal is that old man Hudsucker was an 87% shareholder of this very profitable company, and the board, even as successful as they are, can't afford to buy that amount of stock. So that stock, as per the stipulations of whatever, just goes public on New Year's Day in a month.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, fucking, so like just Jim Ass can come and
Jim Ass
can just come and fucking buy up our stock. That sucks.
Yeah.
So the scheme is to tank the stock for the next month so they can all buy it on the cheap before it goes public on or as soon as it goes public.
I think as soon as it goes public.
Yeah, because I guess they can't buy anything because it's still in escrow or whatever.
Yeah.
So as soon buy it on the super cheap as soon as it goes public on New Year's Day. And their plan to tank the stock is to install a puppet CEO who is dumb.
A dunce.
Yeah. So they take poor Timmy Hardar out of the mailroom, who is was he pitching his big idea at the time? Oh no, letter. Yeah, he was tasked with a very important top floor blue letter to give to Paul Newman, but in the doing of it had a series of comical japes where fires were set.
Contracts were accidentally burnt.
Contracts were destroyed. Full water jugs were dumped on the floor, etc.
Yeah.
I think it was when when Tim was going up to the top floor to deliver it. There's like a real fast talking elevator boy.
Yep.
Who had my absolute favorite line of the movie. So as various people are getting on, because he's worked there a while, he knows everyone, he's got banter with everyone, well, one-way banter with everyone, and he's like, Mr. Klein up to 9, Mrs. Dell personnel, Mr. Levin 37, and Mr. Levin's like, actually 36, and he's like, walk down. Best line.
Yeah,
it was really
that was
good.
really good. That was really, really good.
Actually, it's 36. Walk down. And with how much Robbins is fucking up, and he never actually delivers the letter because he forgets about it with all the other bullshit that's gone on in Paul Newman's office. Paul Newman's like, I could fire you, or I could make you stupid president.
Or you're the guy.
Yeah. So he makes him the guy, and then and then pretty much
that's when he starts pitching the ideas.
Yeah, ideas he's been presumably working on for a while. The idea being a circle drawn on a folded up piece of paper. And he's like, hey,
it's the ring.
What do you think about this? For kids.
He invented the ring.
It's a hula hoop that...
Spoiler alert.
No, sorry.
For later.
Anyway, so the paper in town it wants to get the scoop on the who the hell's this out of nowhere president of this giant company. Let's get in there, as stipulated by Frasier's inexplicably neither gay nor British dad.
Or, well, I always refer to him as Frasier's dad, who's always very disappointed that one of his sons turned out to be a fag.
One.
Frasier's not gay.
Frasier's gayer than Niles.
He had a girlfriend, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, no gay guy ever had a girlfriend. You don't have a girlfriend.
Name one. It's called a beard. Thank you very much. It hides your real face.
So, Jennifer Jason Leigh doing the best transatlantic accent.
Yeah, she was fucking great.
Yeah. Is the star reporter, Pulitzer winner, I heard.
Yeah.
Who goes
talking one of the boys.
Who goes undercover at Hudsucker as trying to get a secretary job with Tim Robbins to get in close to them and get all the cool scoops. And there's a great the other thing that probably made me laugh the second most was when they were talking about other stories in the newsroom, like J. Edgar Hoover, when will he marry? Crime buster or panty waist?
Yep.
Big fan of Crime Buster or Panty Waist.
I also like the voiceover that the two guys in the diner were doing when she was trying to saddle up to him, and they're like, they're gonna move it in there so he'll take the bait. He's not taking the bait.
Yeah, two guys were narrating her conning.
Yeah, her conning Tim Robbins, and he was too dumb to notice.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was very good.
Maybe he's wise. He don't look wise.
He don't look wise.
Yeah, very fun. Bruce Campbell shows up. He's
he does.
Her coworker,
Bruce.
He's awesome. I literally just wrote Bruce in all capitals.
Me too.
And she's so she sort of deduces that the reason for all this and that he has been installed as an imbecile boss,
as a puppet dictator,
but then John Mahoney is very reluctant to print it. He's like, we're accusing a giant company of stock tampering. This is a big thing. This is something for Amazing Tales magazine. And I'm like, I would love to read Amazing Tales magazine.
Goddamn right.
I would like to start publishing Amazing Tales magazine.
Is it just pictures of tails, or does it mean it's porn? It's exclusively tail and butt porn.
Yeah, it's that.
Okay.
I think it'd be cool. And then there's a part where Tim Robbins is slandering the author of these articles to, unknowingly, the author of these articles. And it's so funny what he's like, I bet this reporter's a real ugly bitch. She's mad at everyone. She's got to be one of the boys. She wears pants.
Yeah, she dresses like she wears men's clothing. Yeah. She goes out for drinks with all the boys because she is one of the boys.
If she was hot, there'd be a picture of her by the article.
Yep. He's not wrong.
It was great. And then Tim Robbins takes the long way to tell her that he's a furry, as he goes into a big thing about reincarnation and how he bets she used to be a gazelle and he was an antelope or an ibex, and they'd get together and smash and make a sterile gazelle antelope baby.
I don't think that exists, but.
So he fucking shoots his shot, and she's into it. She's like, I wish I was still a gazelle. And Tim's like, I'm fucking in.
Yeah, but also neither one of them's a predator, so I'm out.
No, they're just a bunch of hoofed prey.
Hooved. J. Edgar Hoover.
So now that he's in charge, he's got a little more power in the company, and has actually got people to listen to his crazy hula hoop idea, which they all think is bad. So they go ahead with it because they want it to further tank the stock. And then it's just the classic, oh no, it's not working. Oh, but now it is. And now it's the hottest selling item in America, and the company is wildly the most profitable it's ever been. So their
plan backfired.
Their plan's completely backfired. They're all panicking. They're like, we're gonna lose control of the company in a month.
Now, one of us forgot
So
to...
loud.
I know. One of us forgot to bring his notes with him.
Who was that?
Possibly me.
We're not naming names.
And there was a scene when they are doing the like testing, manufacturing, like creation of the thing
Of the hula
hoop.
Yeah.
And there's the two guys in the boardroom
in creative.
that are coming up with the names of what to call it.
Yes.
There were some fucking great names, and
Yes.
I wrote them. Every single one of them down,
damn.
but it's at home. So let me see if I can quickly.
Yeah, before that, for the initial like prototype when it went to production, it was listed as the extruded plastic dingus.
Yeah, extruded plastic dingus was part of it. Okay, I found the scene.
Okay.
I don't know if I can just play them saying it. Will that get us in trouble?
Who's to say?
I guess if we're gonna get in trouble, we're gonna get in trouble for the opening. So...
Probably all the cocks and fags in the opening 30 seconds. Don't get us copyrighted.
A merry-go-round. Wacky circumference.
The wacky circumference. But it's not my favorite one. My favorite one's right towards the end.
I believe there's a Daddy-O in there.
That's the favorite one.
Is it? Oh, I hope this music doesn't get us fucked.
No. I like the sign that says, what will this cost, is a big sign that's hanging up in the office. We're fine. It's not good. We're not going to get trouble. We're like 2 hours in.
True.
All right, here we go.
Need something short, sharp, snappy, a little jazz. The Shazameter, the hipster, the daddy-o.
The Daddy-O.
Daddy-O, the hipster. Yeah, and then they eventually are arguing over the, what is it, the HUD hoop and the sucker.
Yeah, well, when Paul Newman towards the end was planning to take over the company, he had like options for the new name of the company because his name was Sid Musburger.
Yeah.
So it was like Mussucker Industries, HUD Burger Industries, and then he settled on Sid Sucker.
Yeah, Sid Sucker. I bet you there's a lot of people that were Sid Suckers in that movie.
Absolutely. So, yeah, so...
The Daddy-O.
The Daddy-O. So the company's super successful, but then Tim Robbins kind of gets cocky and like caught up in being a
playboy,
wealthy, successful CEO guy, and then like rests on his laurels and doesn't come up with any new ideas. And although he did have cool hula hoop options,
one of them was great.
A larger model for the obese.
A larger model for the obese, or a motorized version for the lazy or spastic. And a model with more sand for the hard of hearing was another one.
Yes, that's right.
More sand.
So Robin's character arc needs to be like brought down to earth by Jennifer Jason, who has caught actual feelings for him and feels bad about completely betraying him.
Yeah.
No big deal, Jennifer.
No, it's not like women are liars.
Do you respect them?
They're good for 4 things.
4 things? There's no way you can name 4 things.
Yeah.
Go. What?
Cooking,
Yep.
cleaning, their vaginas,
Yeah.
and their sister's vagina.
Ah. You got me.
Yeah.
There was a 4th. I can only think of 3.
Yeah. Well, you gotta come back later and think of the 4th one.
So the board is trying to oust Tim Robbins. So they're trying to paint him as a loony.
As a mental case.
Who
would come up with this circle idea? Only a loony.
We got to send him to the booby hatch.
The booby hatch. It's so good.
We need to go back. One, we need to go back to institutionalizing crazy people.
Or just institutionalizing women. Like hysterical women get institutionalized.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
But because like we don't do that anymore, and that's why there's a random almost murder downtown just about every day.
Yeah, I don't think we need to reopen the mental institution.
No, absolutely not. But so one, we need to reopen them, and two, we need to go back to fun old timey slang for them.
Yes.
Booby hatch, loony bin, freak wharf.
Freak wharf.
Yeah. So where do we go from there? That's near the end, basically. Newman's looking to take over. Robbins has been largely ruined. He stops into the Beatnik bar with a cameo by bartender Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Which is great. And it was somewhere around that point. Yeah, it was after the after all the like you're crazy Tim Robbins stuff. I'm like, this is kind of like Changeling if it was a comedy.
Yeah.
Because everyone's sort of gaslighting Tim Robbins and telling him he's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your son. My son was taller and circumcised. Nah, that's your son.
I have the idea that as soon as Angie got him, she looked at his penis.
Okay. Your missing son, your beloved missing son has been returned. You don't immediately check that dick?
I guess you're right.
You got to check.
Gotta make sure.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure they didn't reattach his foreskin while he was gone.
Which they did.
Which they did.
So it's a good thing you checked. So Tim is going to jump off the top floor of the building, not unlike his predecessor. Then thinks better of it, but slips and falls. But cool. What do you call them? I guess you call them magic African Americans who operate. The top of the building is like a giant clock, which looks really cool, actually.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Who jams a broom into the gears and stops time. Which is we did not have any magical realism in the movie up to this point, so it's an interesting pivot. And so he's frozen in midair, is visited by the angel of Mr. Hudsucker,
Charles Durning,
who gives him a good pep talk and says, "Hey, you know that fucking letter that was really important that you're supposed to deliver? You fucking dip. It's still in your dumb apron. So maybe one, read it, and then two, fucking deliver it. Because it says that literally all my stock goes to whoever is made the new CEO." And Tim's like, but that's me. And Tim survives the fall. Is now the majority owner of Hudsucker Industries and is in probably today's money, a multi-trillionaire.
Yep, probably.
And goes down to the
Freak Wharf.
Paul Newman freaks out as a result of this.
Yeah.
And he goes to the Freak Wharf. And Tim goes down to the Beatnik bar and plants a big old smooch on Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Fag.
I like that we started and ended the show with fag.
Well, if this episode gets demonetized or taken down, we know whose fault it is.
Them?
They, thems.
Got it.
Is this, how many movies after this did Paul Newman do?
I think he still had some juice in him after 94. No?
Yeah, he did Nobody's Fool, then some movie called Twilight, Mr. Shimano, Where the Money Is, Road to Perdition, some TV stuff, then he was a voice on Cars, and then that was it. So his last movie...
Oh yeah, I guess he... Oh my dear God.
His last movie was Road to Perdition in 2002.
Okay.
And then everything
because I'm thinking he was alive for another 14 years after,
like
but he didn't do
or
a
television.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Final credit is a voice in The Meerkats.
Where he was a meerkat.
A documentary. So it's a documentary, but they have voices?
Shut your fucking mouth. It's like Farce of the Penguins.
That's a documentary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a documentary about penguins living lives like humans.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Wives catching them cheating. Gay stuff.
Certainly gay stuff.
Eating their own poo.
All right. That seems like enough, don't you?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay, good. We'll see you next week with all that fun stuff we promised if we remembered. That seems fair.
Yeah.
That's the bargain we make with you, the listener.